Hi students, welcome to a new video tutorial in ICT for Grade 9 series. By the end of this lesson, you will be well versed with the two other types of reports that are used in Microsoft Access database. Then, we will discover how to enhance our report through themes, sorting, and filtering. Let's begin by looking at the contents of today's lesson. In this video lesson, we will learn how to create a report in Layout view, discover how to do the same using the report wizard. We shall also study how to apply themes to our reports. And lastly, we shall learn how to make our reports more effective by sorting and filtering fields within a report. We will then test our knowledge with a quick test, and we will conclude the lesson with a recap. Let's get started by recalling that a database is a collection of data. There are four major components in a database, and they are tables, queries, forms, and reports. When clients' data have been processed, they can be stored in the form of a table as shown. A row in a table is called a record. A column in a table is called a field. The client's table contains 6 columns and therefore it has 6 fields. A field is a heading which regroups similar data. The table contains 3 rows and hence 3 records. A record is a collection of related data. Microsoft Access provides different ways of creating reports depending on the amount of customization that we desire. We can create professional-looking reports using Report button, Report Design button, Blank Report button, and Report Wizard button. In our last video, we learned how to create a simple report and a report in Design view. Today, we shall begin by looking at how to create a report in Layout view to fine-tune its design, and also how to create a report using the Report wizard. With the Blank Report tool, we can create a new report in Layout view. It allows us to see the actual data from the underlying data source when designing the report. This gives us the possibility to adjust properties such as column widths using the current report data as a guide. After having started Access and opened the car rental database, we click the Create tab, and in the Reports group, we select the Blank Report button. This causes a new blank report to be created in Layout view. Next, we click the Show All Tables link in the Field List pane to show the payment table name. Then we click the Expand button next to the payment table name to show a list of fields related to the table. And then we double-click on Payment ID, Deposit, Excess Paid, and Check Number to add them to the report. We can observe that the first column is too wide, so we need to adjust it. When we click on a column, a yellow border will appear, and we can drag the edge to change the width. Similarly, if a column happens to be too narrow such that it cuts off some of the data, we can widen that column. When we think that everything looks right, we can click on the File tab and we click Save. In the Save As dialog box, we type Payment Report and click OK. Then we can click the Close button to close the field list before clicking the Close button on Payment Report to close the report. Let's repeat the same steps to create a car servicing report using Layout View. So, we click the Create tab. In the Reports group, we select the Blank Report button. This causes a new blank report to be created in Layout View. Next, we click the Show All Tables link in the Field List pane to show the car table name. Then we click the Expand button next to the car table name to show a list of fields related to the table. We double-click on Car License Number, Date of Last Servicing, and Date of Next Servicing. We can see that the column for car license number is too narrow and is cutting off some of the data. We can widen the column. When we are satisfied with the layout of the form, we can click on the File tab and we click Save. In the Save As dialog box, we type Car Servicing Report and click OK. Then we can click the Close button to close the field list before clicking the Close button on Car Servicing Report to close the report. It's worth noting that when we double-click on a report from the navigation pane, it opens up in a report view by default. Our fourth method of building a report is to use the Report Wizard. This tool allows us to select the fields that we want to see on our report. The Report Wizard guides us through a series of questions and then it generates a report based on the answers that we give. So, let's go ahead and create a report with the Report Wizard. Firstly, we click on the Create tab and in the Reports group, we select the Report Wizard button. When it appears, we choose the table or query that we will be using. Here it is Rental Table. Then we have the choice between moving all the fields from the table or to select just a few of them. We are going to move car number, date of delivery, and issued at. We click the Next button to move to the next page in the Report Wizard. Here we are going to select grouping levels. That is how we will organize our fields in the report. We click Date of Delivery to select it. And then we click the right button to add it as a grouping level. After clicking Next, we shall select the sorting preference. In this case, we will select car number from the Fields menu to sort it in ascending order, and then we click the Next button. In the Layout section, we click the Outline button. In the Orientation section, we click the Landscape button. Clicking Next moves us to the final page in the Report Wizard. We are going to give a title to our report. Here we write Car Rental Report and we click the Finish button. As we can see, our report now appears in Report View. We click the Close button on Core Rental Report to close the report. Now, let's again experiment with the report wizard using a query this time. Let's apply a theme to two of our reports. Let's start with the Customer's report. On the Home tab, in the Views group, we click the lower half of the View button and select Layout View. We click on the Themes button. Here, a gallery of predefined report themes appears. Let us choose the integral theme to apply it to our customer's report. In the Themes group, we click the Fonts button and select Cambria as the new font theme. The format is applied to the report. Then, we can save the report. Now, let's apply a theme to our car rental report. We double-click the car rental report in the navigation pane to open it. Then, on the Home tab, in the Views group, we click the lower half of the View button and select Layout View. We click on the Themes button. Now we will choose the Retrospect theme to apply it to our car rental report. We can also change the coloring by selecting colors in the Themes group. Then we can save the report. Sorting data in a report helps us to make it much more effective and easy to use. And it also allows us to review and locate the records that we want without having to browse the data. Let's sort data in our customer's report in ascending order of customer ID. We double-click the customer's report in the navigation pane to open it. Then we select Layout View from the menu. We click the surname header. On the Home tab, in the Sort and Filter group, we click the Ascending button. The surname column is then sorted in ascending alphabetical order. Now, we click the Remove Sort button. The records have resorted back to their original order. Finally, we can click the Close button on Customer's report to close the report. A filter limits a view of data to specific records without requiring us to alter the table data or the design of the report. When we apply the filter, only records that contain the values that we are interested in are included in the view. The rest are hidden until we remove the filter. Filters are very easy to apply. Filtering data in Layout View of a report is very similar to filtering data in a table. Let's see how this is done using our car rental report. We double-click the car rental report in the navigation pane to open it. Then, on the Home tab, we select Layout View. We click on a date of delivery to select it. Then, on the Home tab, in the Sort and Filter group, we click the Filter button. When the menu appears, we select Date filters. Then we choose Before. In the text box, we type 1st October 19 and we click OK. We can see that only the records where date of delivery is before the 1st of October 2019 are displayed. So much for the explanation. Let us now turn to the quick tests. For each question, you will have around 3 seconds to choose the right answer. Here comes the first question. When we use the blank report tool, we have the possibility to put only a few fields on our report, true or false. This is true. It is not necessary to include all the fields of a table when using the blank report tool. Question number 2. In Layout view, we can resize the columns in our report to suit our needs. True or false? This is true. The Layout view allows us to resize columns all while viewing the actual report data as a guide. The Report wizard allows us to edit the underlying data within the report. True or false? This is false. No matter which report creation tool we use, the report created allows users to view data, not edit it. Question 4. The easiest tool to create a report when we want to choose which fields to include is A. Report wizard, B. Report design, or C. Blank report. The answer is A. The Report wizard allows us to include fields easily from a table or query. Number 5. Filtering data within a report modifies its design. True or false? This is false. Filtering data does not modify the design of the report. It only displays those data that meet certain criteria. Well, that was our last question. Well done. Now I'll end with a summary of what we have learned today. To create a report in Layout view, we click the Create tab and then we select the Blank Report button. This causes a new blank report to be created in Layout view. Next, we choose the table that we want. Then, we click the Expand button next to the table name to show a list of fields related to the table. We double-click on the fields that we want so that they are added to the report. The report properties can be adjusted as required. Finally, we can click on the File tab and we click Save. Then we give our report a suitable name. To create a report with the Report wizard, firstly, we click on the Create tab and in the Reports group, we select the Report wizard button. When it appears, we choose the table or query that we will be using. Then, we have the choice between moving all the fields from the table or to select just a few of them. We click the Next button to move to the next page in the Report wizard. We choose the grouping levels in our report. The next page allows us to specify our sorting preference. Then we can select the layout and orientation for our report. Clicking Next moves us to the final page in the Report wizard. Here, we give a title to our report and we click the Finish button. Lastly, we click the Close button to close the report. The Themes command applies a predefined color and font scheme to a report. It also allows us to modify a report by controlling the color and the fonts of its text. Sorting data in a report helps us to make it much more effective and easy to use. It allows us to review and locate records without browsing the data. Filtering data on a report permits us to limit a view of data to specific records without altering the design of the report. It displays only records that contain the values that we want to include in the view. Our lesson has come to a close. I hope that this video has enforced your understanding on databases. Follow through in your studies and you will achieve your goals. Thank you.